We're 2.5 hours into trading on Monday, August 30th. Hello, traders. Let's take a look at the last pick. PANW was your pick from Thursday. You can see how the stock has continued to push higher. That was Thursday's price action. Friday, today, stock is floating higher. It may be hitting a little bit of resistance because you can see these tiny bodied candles, and I don't like to chase. So I think right now you should take profits in it, wait for a pullback, and then re-enter. We have benefited from a very, very strong market. How high can the S&P 500 go? Well, there are a few ways that we can measure how high it might go before it hits resistance. This upward sloping trend line comes into play right about here around SPY 454, 453, somewhere in that neighborhood. Also, if we go into a daily chart, you can see that we have this pullback right here from that high to that low. If we take that distance and we add it on to that high, we get about 453. So I think that we're going to get a little bit stretched in here. Typically, once we get these drops and rebounds to a new relative high, the market gets into this kind of choppy trading pattern. We've got a lot of economic news coming out this week. We have ISM manufacturing, ISM services, ADP, the jobs report, and we have a holiday coming up. That holiday bias tends to be a bit bullish. So I think the market floats higher on very light volume. I think that the trading ranges intraday are going to start to contract. So I would be a little bit careful with my day trades in here. Very unusual to get a gap and go off of a new all-time high here. And let's go into the 5-minute chart. You can see there's your gap, and then we actually followed through. So not going anywhere right now. Traders may be waiting for the economic news. It really starts to crank up Wednesday. So tomorrow could also be a fairly quiet day. Take a look at some stocks that we might be interested in. And I'm just going to go to one of my searches. It's called Red Hot. AFRM, really nice big gap up through horizontal resistance, massive volume. They have a Google contract, so that's fueling the stock right now. Looks quite good, and it's got plenty of upside room also. Let's take a look at that 5-minute chart and see what the stock is doing. You can see how it is in a nice, steady grind higher. I believe that the stock is going to continue to grind higher. It's been able to do that when the market has been flat. So buyers are still lined up in this one, and it's been able to maintain that volume as it's continuing to push higher, and it got through the high of the day. AFRM is your pick of the day. If you're very skittish about buying stocks that have run up this much, you may miss the move entirely if you wait, and that's okay. But what I would be looking for is any kind of doji here where the stock finishes tomorrow right where it closed today, near the high of the day. That would be a good entry point, and that would signal to you that profit taking has been kept to a minimum, that buyers are still in control, and that it will stage another leg higher. But you could also see a nice long green candle tomorrow with follow through. So if you wait like this, you may miss the trade, but it's okay. There'll be plenty of other trades that you can jump on. Right now, not chasing stocks is very, very important. All the mega cap tech stocks, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, Google, all of them are surging higher. In fact, they have since there was a Barron's article out over a week ago that really promoted these 5 stocks. They comprise a huge part of the S&P 500. So as they go, so goes the S&P 500. Let's take a look at a couple of other stocks on this list, see what else we've got going. I do like Tesla. It's got to get through this horizontal resistance level right here. It seems to be doing that. You've got an upward sloping trend line that you can lean on. Might not be a bad idea to sell some out of the money bullish put spreads, keying off that 200-day / 50-day moving average. Looks decent though. I like Tesla. I think it's going to continue to move higher. PayPal tried to get through the 50-day moving average and backed off. It's got some pretty decent support in here. Can't say that this is one that I'm super excited about, but If it can get above this price right here, it's got a chance to fill in that gap. PSTG, we've been trading this all day. It's been on the list. Big gap up. Now we're starting to see some continuation, and the high from this candle right here, which was post earnings. There's your earnings announcement. There's your earnings reaction. You can see the stock surged higher and pulled back, but now it's been able to get back above that high. Very, very strong price action. Going to the 5-minute chart. Just super, super tight price action. The fact that the stock has not dipped at all today tells you that buyers are lined up. Every time the stock has a tiny little dip like that little red candle, boom, buyers are right back on it. So PSTG also looks good. And finally, let's take a look at this daily chart. This is BB. I'm not overly excited about this. I do like AFRM. I like Tesla. I think that one sets up pretty well. I like PayPal also. I like PSTG. All of them nice. Super easy to find. Red hot list in Option Stalker. That's all I've got for you today. Look for some fairly quiet trading this week with an upward bias. And as the week progresses, we should start to see that volume dry up ahead of the Labor Day holiday. And once we get back from Labor Day, it takes about a week or two for the volume to start returning to normal. So by mid-September, I think we're going to start to see some really decent volume in the market, and we should have some nice moves as well. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.